Hello guys, welcome back to another movie review, and today we are reviewing Harold and the Purple Crayon. Harold and the Purple Crayon is the new movie that's come out at the end of July, beginning of August. It is basically the summer holiday movie for kids and all of that, starring Zachary Levi, yes, Shazam himself. And he is basically playing Harold, and Harold is basically in a book. The movie starts with like a 2D animation of like Harold inside this book, and he's got a purple crayon. Now the concept of it basically is, with the crayon he can draw whatever he wants. So in the trailer he draws like a watch strap, and all of a sudden there's the watch strap. It's one of those. So it's very much an imagination movie that does captivate children's minds. I guess it does captivate those. There is a narrator in the movie as well that is actually Alfred Molina. Yes, Doc Ock himself is in there, but only as a narrator, and I did recognize the voice when I was watching it. The rest of the cast though is few and far between in terms of people that we actually know, in my opinion anyway. You had Moose, who was played by Lil Ray Howery, who's also been in Get Out and Free Guy, and then we get Benjamin Botany, who is like the child in the film. It's his first major role. And then we get Jermaine Clement, who is kind of the nemesis in the movie, who was in things like Avatar, Moana and Despicable Me, but again, you wouldn't know who he is because he does a lot of voice work. The Porcupine, however, was played by Tanya Reynolds, who has been in things like Emma, as well as, nothing, basically. So, Harold and the Purple Crayon. It's very split on Letterboxd. It is a film that you watch and you just know this is not going to be very good. And I will say, I enjoyed the film, but it just was a bad made film, hence my score was very low in this film. It was a very enjoyable movie. I think it's perfect family movie for kids and fun and all of that. And it does set your imagination wild. And I think up to potentially the second act, I was probably on a 2.5, if not 3 star in my score. But the final act of the movie was horrendous. It basically ruined everything that I enjoyed about the film, and it went down a really weird fantasy route with Gary, who was played by Jermaine Clement. That whole ending of the film I didn't enjoy as much, and it did throw me off, and I found it to be a bit corny, and they probably could have come up with something better, you know? So I dropped my score to a 2 star. That is my score for this film. It's a family film that you expect, you know? You expect this type of film, and that is what you got. Zachary Levi I thought was brilliant in the film, and this is what Shazam is. This is why I didn't like Shazam, because he was basically, like, Zachary Levi is basically a Wiggle, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's one of the Wiggles, you know? So the fact that he's in this film,
yummy fruit salad, yummy yummy,
as a kids movie is great. He has that captivation within him. He has that vibe of who he is as a person. He has that I guess presence of being a kids actor, really, you know? And this is why I didn't like Shazam, because I felt like the character was too much of a joke and too much of a, you know, of that. But on the flip side, he, you know, is good in these type of films. So of course he plays Harold and he's drawing all these things, and the whole point of his story is he wants to find the old man. And when he's in normal life, he's basically like, oh, I'm gonna find my old man. And obviously we would take that as he's trying to find his dad. So that's the whole point of the story. He's trying to find his dad, who in turn then is basically the author of the story in the book, and that's the whole point of the film. He's trying to find the author of the book that is actually a real book. So yeah, it's a good family movie, a good fun movie. It's one that you probably would watch around Christmas time. It's probably going to line up that this is going to come on Netflix or something around Christmas time, so I would recommend you watch it around then, because I wouldn't go to the cinema unless you got kids probably under the age of 3, 4 maybe. Anything older than that is probably a bit, you know, maybe, I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't got kids, so I don't know. But yeah, Harold and the Purple Crayon does set your imagination wild. It just doesn't like my world. As I say, I probably would have scored it on a 3 star if the final act of the movie actually lived up to the, you know, the beginning part of the movie. However, it didn't, so I dropped my score to a 2 star. It is unfortunate because I was, you know, on an enjoyment level, I'll probably say a 4. I did enjoy the film. It was fun, but it just wasn't greatly appreciated and made. And some of the CGI as well looked horrendous. Like, there was this like dragony thing, and it just looked really out of place, almost Lyle Crocodile stupid CGI. So yep, there it is, Harold and the Purple Crayon. Unfortunately a 2 star, but nonetheless, there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and of course I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.